Therefore you shall love the Lord your God, keep his charge, his statutes, his ordinances, and his commandments all the days. You shall know this day that I speak not with your children who do not know and who do not see the chastisement of the Lord your God, his greatness, his mighty hand, and his outstretched arm, his signs and his deeds which he performed in the midst of Egypt to Pharaoh king of Egypt, to his entire land, and what he did to the army of Egypt, to its steeds, to its chariots, that he caused the waters of the Red Sea to inundate them when they pursued you, and the Lord destroyed them to this day. And what he did for you in the desert till you arrived at this place, and what he did to Dathan and Abiram, sons of Eliab, the son of Reuben, that the earth opened its mouth and swallowed them up, and their households, and their tents, and all the possessions at their feet in the midst of all Israel. But your eyes, which you have seen all the great work of the Lord, which he did, therefore keep all the commandments that I command you this day, in order that you may be strong and come and possess the land to which you are crossing to possess it, in order that you may prolong your days on the land that the Lord swore to your forefathers to give to them and to their seed, a land flowing with milk and honey. For the land to which you are coming to possess is not like the land of Egypt, out of which you came, where you sowed your seed, and which you watered by foot like a vegetable garden. But the land to which you pass to possess is a land of mountains and valleys, and absorbs water from the rains of heaven. A land the Lord your God looks after. The eyes of the Lord your God are always upon it, from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. And it will be, if you hearken to my commandments that I command you this day, to love the Lord your God, and to serve him with all your heart and with all your soul. I will give the rain of your land at its time, the early rain and the latter rain, and you will gather in your grain, your wine, and your oil. And I will give grass in your field for your livestock. You will eat and be sated. Beware lest your heart be misled, and you turn away and worship strange gods, and prostrate yourselves before them. And the wrath of the Lord will be kindled against you, and he will close off the heavens, and there will be no rain, and the ground will not give its produce. You will perish quickly from upon the good land that the Lord gives you. You shall set these words of mine upon your heart, upon your soul, and bind them for a sign upon your hand, and they shall be for ornaments between your eyes. You shall teach them to your sons, to speak with them when you sit in your house, and when you walk on the way, and when you lie down, and when you rise. You shall inscribe them upon the doorposts of your house, and upon your gates, in order that your days may increase in the days of your children on the land which the Lord swore to your forefathers to give them as the days of heaven above the earth. For you keep all these commandments, which I command you to do them, to love the Lord your God, to walk in all his ways, and to cleave to him. When the Lord will drive out all these nations from before you, you will possess nations greater and stronger than you. Every place upon which the soles of your feet will tread will be yours, from the desert and the Lebanon, from the river to the Euphrates River, and until the western sea will be your boundary. No man will stand up before you. The Lord your God will cast the fear of you and the dread of you on all the land upon which you tread, as he spoke to you. Behold, I set before you today a blessing and a curse. The blessing, that you will heed the commandments of the Lord your God, which I command you today. And the curse, if you will not heed the commandments of the Lord your God, but turn away from the way I command you this day, to follow other gods which you did not know. And it will be, when the Lord your God will bring you to the land to which you come to possess it, that you shall place those blessings upon Mount Gerizim, and those cursing upon Mount Ebal. Are they not on the other side of the Jordan, way beyond, in the direction of the sunset, in the land of the Canaanites who dwell in the plain opposite Gilgal, near the plain of Moreh? For you are crossing the Jordan to come to possess the land which the Lord your God is giving you, and you shall possess it and dwell in it. You shall keep to perform all the statutes and ordinances that I am setting before you today.